great abundance, creativity, love, beauty, protection, peace, joy. That is consecration oil. And what makes mine so special, it is a contract between me and God above. He bestowed upon me so much abundance, billions and billions and billions of dollars worth, so much creativity, so much beauty, and so much protection. And because of that, I have been attacked 1,000,000,000 times by those who could. I said to God, how do I stop this harvest? He said, share it, don't protect it. Do something with your hands. Produce something with your hands. And then give it to the world. Everybody who touches your product, uses your product, will get a little bit of your energy. The more people out there who become millionaires, the more people out there who become happy in love, the more people out there who find joy within themselves, peace within themselves, something I've been striving for all my life, the more protected you will be, the safer you will be, because your energies are not falling into the wrong hands. And so with these hands of mine, world, I am making products and consecration oil made from the finest tree sap I could get, made from the finest ingredients I can get on this earth. Promises God of my resolve to share these energies that He gave me, which are more than my share. Enjoy this product when you get it. May you feel abundance. May you get love. May you get protection. Welcome to the board of the Bantu. My name is Isobel and I am your local witch doctor. Today I'm going to open this board with an ode to my culture, my core culture, the one I stand on, Xhosa. I can't even pronounce the name right because I went to South Africa for 3 months. I barely met a Xhosa person. I barely met a Xhosa person. So I still can't say it right. And that's so sad, but it is what it is. So welcome to the board of the Bantu and the Xhosa in particular, because they run this board with their women from Zimbabwe, the Shona, and the Zulu, and the Irish, and the Khoisan. They were busy boys. They were busy boys. Okay, this is their board. I am going to open the board with a story about the Xhosa that I came across in Cape Town. So we walked into the supermarket. It was a beautiful supermarket. It was called what? I don't know. I don't remember it. But anyway, it was one of those upscale supermarkets. And not so upscale, but not, yeah, a little upscale, but not so upscale, right? In some suburb or other, in the mall that is basically for tourists and South Africans who have a lot of money. I was really in the touristy place. I really didn't get to go into, the people place, right? I was like with the tourists and all the people from all over the world and stuff. So anyway, my tour guide, she took me to this grocery store at the mall that's full of tourists. And as I was shopping, this man came to me and he asked me if I could help pay for his groceries. And I was like, pay for your groceries? You've got to be kidding me. Why would I pay? So the first thing I thought about was just run, just walk away from this, walk away. So I made some sort of an excuse. I mumbled some sort of an excuse, and I went on to the next aisle. And I was like, people have a nerve over here. I mean, the man just filled up his little shopping basket and now he's asking me to pay for it. I mean, what the hell? And he was wearing a worker's uniform, you know, the worker's uniform. And I was like, this is just crazy. So I get to the lineup, when to pay, and he comes to me again and he says, can you please pay for my groceries for me? And I'm like, damn. I look so foreign to this person, which I didn't look foreign, but I said, damn, I look so foreign to this person that he would keep stalking my ass, right? But then my guide did something really interesting. She said to him, give them to me, I'll pay for them. And I'm like, what? And she paid for his groceries. So then I'm looking at her gaping like, now why would you do that? And she says, well, it's what we do for each other. You know, we used to give money to say, okay, here's the money, go and buy what you need. But now, we say, I will buy them for you, because that's our way of helping one another in this community. That was so beautiful. Now, let me just say, I ain't never had that kind of help, okay? From anybody, okay? Be they the Shauna or the Casa. Well, I'm just meeting the Casa now, okay? Be they the Shauna. So I wouldn't know, right? But it must feel so good that your people have got your back, even when it comes to your groceries. It must feel so amazing. And for them to be so charitable and so kind to each other, that was a beautiful thing to see. So, Tasha K and Cardi. Okay. Tasha K and Cardi and Tasha K and YouTube, because somebody said something that is very, very factual. Somebody said, you know what? YouTube will take down your stuff. If you so much as do one little thing, they will come after you as a machinery and they will remove your shit. The title alone, the headline alone. And it is shocking to me that Cardi B could not get YouTube to take down that video. And it is still shocking to me as a YouTuber that channel, Unwind with Tasha, is still active and still going strong when she did what she did. However, this shows that Tasha has a huge machinery behind her. She has a huge machinery that is pushing for her. Basically, what we are seeing here, people, is a war between YouTube and the music industry. Because they are backing Tasha 100%. So yeah, her speech yesterday, which I actually watched because I don't watch Tasha, his speech yesterday was all bullshit, but then we'll get into that. So I may not be able to put the whole video right here because some of us, we are small fry and we will get removed by YouTube, because today we learned that Tasha K is YouTube's darling and they've been using their money to make her famous. So some of the stuff I will carry on over to Patreon that I do, what I'm saying. So we're starting with the PG version and then we'll go to the not so PG version. Okay, on Patreon, I think. So Tasha K and Cardi B. We predicted that Cardi B was going to win. We also predicted that this case was not going to go to court. And it is so shocking to us that this case has gone to court. We are stunned. And we understand why we are stunned. Because Cardi B and her lawyers were trying very hard not to go to court with this girl. She was offered many, many times, if you remove the video, we will not take you to court. If you remove the video, we will not take you to court because that's not what we want. We don't need your money. Cardi B has proved to be a very kind water element. This element right here is the kindest fucking water element there is. She is so kind. I am so stunned because she didn't want these things to get this far. However, like we said, we have just seen and noticed that Tasha K is controlled by YouTube, and YouTube has been pushing this narrative because YouTube has made a hell of a lot of money out of Tasha K, and it has made a hell of a lot of money out of this fiasco, and they have her back. They have her back 200% for now. Okay, YouTube has her back 200% for now because they are using her. They were also using her to see what would happen if shit like this went to court, because with whatever results were to come out, right, they would either have to protect themselves more from lawsuits from, you know, celebrities, or, you know what I mean? She has the machinery of YouTube behind her, right? Before we even shake the plate, we don't see Tasha K ever winning this case. We don't see YouTube ever winning this case. YouTube has got a lot of celebrities who are waiting to sue it, and everybody's eyes are on Tasha K. Tasha K was brought into this world by God so that she could participate in this here situation that is happening, and that happens. God uses people and God does things. She literally made the right move according to God's rules and regulations. But did he set her up to fail? I'm going to ask that question too. Did God set this woman up to fail? Because this case was never supposed to go to court. She was supposed to talk it out. She did not, and she hung in there, and she did some things that people may think are stupid, but they may actually be driven by God himself, because God is that motherfucker. God does that. Trust and believe that. Okay, so we're going to read Tasha K and Cardi B, but mostly Tasha, okay? Mostly Tasha. Let's call the queen of YouTube to the black community, Tasha K. Tasha. Okay, Tasha is a dark soul, but this we knew. My ancestors knew that already. She's a dark soul. Oh yeah, something fell out of the plate. Something has been taken from her by God. See what I'm saying? We are feeling the energy of God in all this, and I should know, because God has fucked with me many times. Excuse the language. I'm trying to get adverts out here. Anyway. God has removed something from Tasha K. He has destroyed her. And when we ask the wind, what are you talking about? The wind is saying, with her own actions. But this is a script, guys. This is a script. I'm telling you, it's a script. We've been feeling it and feeling it because moves were made that were not meant to be made. But since God changed time and since God changed destinies, he twisted things around. And what wasn't became what is, as he tries to remove the darkness of this world in order to create another order. Right. So Tasha walks in. She must have had an abortion because she walked in holding the hand of a dead child. The dead child is about 8 or 9. It has to be like an abortion rather than a miscarriage. Right? Because a miscarriage, the child would have got, the soul would have gone back to God. So anyway, she walks in and she sits down. She's a very, very dark soul. And she is so skinny. So skinny. She is fire. So she says she's been burned. Yes, I can tell, girlfriend, you've been burned. Yes, she has. The darkness is coming from fire. You know, when fire burns out, that's basically what it is. When I say dark soul, you know, there is a little bit of that, but a lot of it is coming from fire. Yes, girlfriend, you've been burned. And her eyes are like big. She has big eyes. I never knew that, but I haven't watched her in a long time. You know, when my ancestors banned me from watching her, and, you know, I just watched her video when she was talking dressed all in white, which is an appropriate color because white to the Shona and to a lot of the Bantu means death. I have died. Okay, and to the Xhosa it means power. So I am sitting in death and power all at the same time. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing about being a hybrid. Being a hybrid, you have to, it's really interesting. Anyway, she is sitting all dark, all jet dark with suit in a very dark place, and she's watching what she worked hard for burn. It's actually burning, and she's watching, She says, "Can you see it?" I can see it, Miss Tasha. I can see it. This woman is depressed. This woman is unhappy. She's trying to hold on to her fire. She's trying to go, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. She's depressed. Not depressed. She's devastated. She totally thought she would win. So I'm asking her, why did you think you would win, Tasha? Because they promised me that I would. They told me that I would win. They said it was an easy win. I have huge people behind me. Huge people behind me. Huge people who were telling me that all this was going to go down another way. I should have listened to my husband. My husband didn't trust them. My husband said, let's just take down the video and carry on with life. And I didn't listen. I preferred to listen to those other people because they are so powerful. And they told me everything will be okay. I'm stunned. I don't understand it. She really is. She really is. So I'm going to take Miss Tasha, fire element, out. Tell us about the lawsuit, Tasha. Tell us about the lawsuit. Ooh. As you can see, a shell fell and rolled all the way to over there. So I'm thinking, should I use my fat ass to crawl over there and get it? Yes, I think I should. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Tasha is done. It's only a matter of time. It's done. She's going to end up talking to air. See how big she was? She was big. She was big. Her brand is dead. Basically, Cardi B buried her. Like I said on Instagram, we were told that fire and earth were going to fight with water and air, and they were going to lose. And I never thought I'd see it in real time with my own eyes, but I have seen it. Tasha has been buried by the water that is Cardi B, because Cardi is a water element. Okay, so she has lost things right now, and not something else. She has lost things, but in the future, she's gonna lose everything. Basically, we're not going to hear from Tasha no more after a period of time. She was a rising star, and the star has burnt out as per God's instructions. I told you. Fuck. I keep swearing. I told you. I always feel God's energy, not energy, when it is over something, when he has decided this is how it's going to be and he manipulates it in that direction. I always feel it. And with Tasha K, there is God written all over it, and there it is, as God willed it. He has shut her up for life. Okay, I mean, okay, so this is Tasha's life before God shut her up with the turn of events and the things that have happened. This was her life. The girl was going places. The girl was making money. She was making money. She's been making money for quite a while. She had a lot of it. A lot of it. But somebody stopped her money from the roots. Somebody dug it out from the roots. And somebody said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, bitch. hell no. And this right here would be Cardi. I was trying not to read Cardi because, you know, I wanted to get the Tasha story, for just her and her. But this would be Cardi and her team. She has people. The music industry most definitely had her back. And the music industry, at one time, Cardi wanted to stop, but the music industry, oh hell no, you gotta go after her. And then over there, she had lawyers, but not so much. But let me tell you what's so interesting. As much as Cardi had people, Tasha had more. Okay? This right here, YouTube executives blocking Cardi B's lawsuit with everything they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blocking Cardi B's lawsuit with everything they had. So basically, the whole thing has been Cardi B, the music industry against YouTube and Tasha K. And that's why YouTube is going to be sued by many artists. So there you go. They were blocking. She had more people. And let me tell you something even more interesting. Tasha had more money on the table to fight this than Cardi B. Basically, Cardi was the little person who went up against an institution and the big person, no matter what it looks like in the physical. And that's why God threw water on you. That's just me being jealous, Tasha. I always give full disclosure of my feelings and emotions, okay? Okay, that's just me being jealous that you are so successful. Ignore that shit. But God did throw water on you. She had a whole team. She had 10 times more money. And actually, Tasha was calling the shots in this whole thing. That's why she would not take Cardi B's deal. Because Cardi B was trying to be humanitarian about her stuff. She would not take that deal because she has a whole machine behind her. She had a whole machine behind her. Up until maybe 2 months from now, the machine is going to quit. Why is the machine going to quit? Why is the machine going to quit on you? This is more exciting than I thought. Why is the machine going to quit on you, Tasha? Why is the machine? More lawsuits coming for Tasha herself. There you go. More lawsuits, more losses. Things that she can never, ever, ever gain. Losing her voice. She already lost her voice. More lawsuits coming for Tasha herself. And she says there'll just be more than she can bear and more than they can bear. She's practically caged. And again, I hear it from the winds. She's caged by her own actions, her own deeds. She has paved a path of destruction in which she now has to turn around and walk through it as per God's orders. What the? Okay. What did God have against Tasha? I can't hear the answer. What did God have against Tasha? Not her. The system. The system of oppression. The system of playing with people's lives. The system of greed. not her, the system. She was a useful tool to break down a system. Why was she a useful tool? What made her perfect? We all kind of use the system. Why her? She was born for this. She has fulfilled her destiny. She has done what she was supposed to do. Freed billions of people with her downfall. What billions of people? This is hot. I should be dancing. I can't hear it. It's so far. It's like... What billions of people? Misinformation. A lie brings darkness, not just to one person, but to millions and millions and millions. It may be a lie about one person, but it ricochets into 2, into 3, into 4, and the darkness becomes overwhelming, and millions of people begin to believe that no one is good. They begin to believe that the world is bad. They begin to believe that the people who are sparkling and shining are liars. They begin to believe that they all hold heaviness and darkness in their hearts. They begin to believe it. They begin to feel useless. They begin to question their existence. They begin to ask themselves, why are they members of the herd? And each question ricochets because we're all connected. And then they never come into their true light. And not coming into one's true light is the death of all. Murderers. All of them. For darkness trades in lies and deceit. Darkness trades in light and deceit. So it shall be that for now, darkness has been retracted by the sacrifice made of this soul. Who is this? Who is talking to us? The higher power. He who shall be obeyed. Now, God doesn't really talk. Okay, like this would be like a heavenly energy, but it's one I've never heard before. For Christians, they would call it an angel. Okay, we call them heavenly energies, uh, because they walk with our ancestors and our souls. Um, this one I've never heard before, and this one is coming from so far away from the south. I'm like using my left ear to listen to the south because the voice is coming from the south. So I just thought I would explain that. My ancestors are telling me what to do. They told me to get on my knees. They told me to hold the knife and put it on the blue so that I could hear with more clarity. The getting on my knees and opening my hands was like I receive, I receive, I receive. Something bigger is going on here. I was just here for the gossip. No, seriously, guys. I was just here for the gossip and to honor my tribe because it's been a while and I just want to feel, I know I'm part of a whole. Anyway, I'm just talking, I'm digressing, I'm kind of shocked. So this is bigger. Yes, it is. I can't, that's what they just said. The heavenly energies of the Bantu are neither male or female, okay? I call them the transvestites, okay? They are neither one or the other. They've never gone through the human experience. They don't know anything about the human experience or humanity. They've always been the ones who walk with God, the ones who protect God from the inside of his court rather than the outside like the water ancestors do. They've always been the ones who bring the word. And it's been a while since, well, I talk to heavenly energies all the time when they teach me about the elements of humanity. But guys, I've never spoken to a heavenly energy that's in the south. I usually speak to the ones that are around me in my atmosphere. So this they, and I'll call them they, are very strong, very powerful. Once again, I'm being made to do this. Okay. My ancestors say this. I'm pointing the tip of the sword at me.